Tonight, from the Chicago Stadium, the Pacers get their first look at the high-flying Air Jordan show. Now the good news. After missing the last 2 games with the flu, Chuck Person is back in the lineup. It's a Central Division matchup of the Chicago Bulls and the Indiana Pacers coming up.
Indiana Pacers basketball is brought to you by the Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Indianapolis. Coke, you can't beat the feeling. By Marsh Supermarkets. At Marsh, we value you. And by Miller Lite. For great taste, there's only one light beer, Miller Lite.
The antiquated Chicago Stadium, where tonight the Chicago Bulls, currently in 5th place in the Central Division with a record of 10-10, face the Indiana Pacers. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Hammonds, and welcome to Indiana Pacers basketball, where tonight Indiana will try and split their 2-game road trip. And joining me in the studio tonight is former Pacer great Clark Kellogg. And Clark, the Pacers played in a tough building Wednesday night in Charlotte. They go to another tough building tonight in the stadium.
No question about it. They played before 44 consecutive sellout crowds at Chicago Stadium. And when Mike Inglis and I did the games there last year, that was the loudest place that we did a game at. I've not been to the Charlotte Coliseum, but certainly the Chicago Stadium is very, very loud.
Chuck Person is back in the starting lineup tonight after missing a couple of games with the flu. That should help the cause.
Certainly should help. He gives them scoring punch. He had played 2 good offensive games prior to missing the last 2, so certainly his scoring production is going to be something that they'll need.
All right, the 2 guys who will be bringing us the play-by-play, as always, Bill Hazen and Bobby Leonard. They are standing by live at the stadium. Gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Brian and Clark, and good evening, everyone. Yes, we are live here in Chicago. We're going to pick it up talking a little bit about Chuck Person. Fellas were just mentioning about him, his presence back here. What's it going to mean to have him back for the Pacers?
Well, we need all of our people, and Chuck's missed a couple of ball games, and we need him to come back and really make a contribution. I think it's very, very important to our club.
Chicago Stadium has one of the most unique histories of any building in America. They actually played an NFL championship game, National Football League championship game, and here in the mid-30s, believe it or not. This place really rocks.
Well, you know, Michael's lit this town up, and the thing about it is you got to keep some control on him a little bit, because he starts slamming and stuffing and everything, and this place gets rocking and rolling. It's like having a 6th man on your team.
Pacer front line, what type of business can they do tonight against Chicago?
Well, you know, I worry more about Chicago's front line, because Horace Grant and Brad Sellers really haven't been playing that well. And the other night in Charlotte, Tim Kempton ate us alive, and we got to put some controls on those 2 guys.
Yeah, the Pacers are seeking their first road victory of the season tonight. The Chicago Bulls at home have been a very tough basketball team, and this is what it means to be playing at Chicago Stadium. As you can see, on the road, they're well below 500. They've won half as many games as they've lost. At home, it's a totally different story.
Well, they've got you look at their lineup, you look at their ball club, they're very good. Their record is going to improve as the season goes on. I feel sure of that.
Yeah, I will keep an eye on that. And, of course, the performance of the Pacer bench, I think, is going to be a big factor here tonight. When we return, we will have the starting lineups and all the game action. We'll be returning to our studios in just a moment.
Back in our studios in Indianapolis, we're just a few minutes away from tip-off of the Indiana Pacers against the Chicago Bulls at the stadium. Clark, the Pacers have yet to win on the road. Is that something that players think about?
Certainly it is. When you haven't won in 9 tries on the road, and playing in a tough place like Chicago Stadium makes you think about it even more.
All right, and Clark has a look at some of the key matchups in tonight's ball game.
As Michael Jordan goes, so go the Chicago Bulls. Last year's NBA Most Valuable Player is the soul of the Bulls. He leads the team in scoring and steals, averaging over 35 points a game. On the front line, the Bulls are leaning on Horace Grant for some punch. Grant is averaging 11 points and 9 rebounds per night. And Bill Cartwright, who the Bulls traded away Charles Oakley for, gives Chicago size and experience at the center position. The Pacers will counter with 7'4" rookie Rick Smits at center. Rick had his 2nd highest scoring night of the season with 19 at Charlotte on Wednesday. After missing 2 games with the flu, Chuck Person is back. The Pacers will certainly need Person scoring and leadership to win tonight in Chicago Stadium. Plus, an important point for tonight's game is the play of the Pacer guards. Points from Reggie Miller, who's averaging 19 per in the last 2 games, a key to keeping Chicago honest on defense and the ball away from Michael Jordan.
And Bill Hazen also mentioned the fact the Pacer bench will play an important role tonight. Clark, do you agree?
Certainly do, because Wayman Tisdale is certainly a productive player off the bench, and he's had tremendous success against the Chicago Bulls front line.
I'll remember an exciting victory last year in Chicago when Chuck Person hit a jump shot with just a few seconds to go. Hopefully tonight will be a repeat performance. We'll be back with more on the Indiana Pacers Television Network. The Pacers and the Bulls just about ready to get underway at the Chicago Stadium. Let's take a look at other action tonight of the NBA. The Lakers in Boston, the start of that game is being delayed because of a presentation to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the final time he will play on the parquet floor in Boston. Elsewhere in the second period, Philadelphia is leading New Jersey 40-39. Dallas is leading Charlotte in the second quarter 35-28. In Atlanta, the Hawks are leading Milwaukee 26-23 at the end of one. Later games tonight, Portland is playing at Phoenix, and Denver will play the LA Clippers on the West Coast. Now we're ready for play-by-play action of the Pacers against the Chicago Bulls from the stadium. Let's go live to the stadium. Bill Hazen and Bobby Leonard.
You get a good look at it right here, gentlemen. They have an enormous scoreboard overhead. This place really rocks, and that's important. We look at the keys for this game, Slick. Let's take a look at it and see how you size it up.
Well, when the guy walks on the floor, you know that he's averaging 35. The big thing you don't want him to do is have one of those nights where he gets 50 or 60 on you. So try to keep him around his average.
And then, of course, there's some other people in the
Now, these two guys, Brad Sellers out of Ohio State and Horace Grant out of Clemson, they're averaging around 11 a game. We don't want them to do what Tim Kempton did to us in Charlotte. Keep them around that 11, 12, 15 mark. Don't let them have one of those nights where they get 25 on us.
Here are the starting lineups then. The Pacers will start with Chuck Person at small forward, Williams and Smits around him in the backcourt, Fleming and Miller. And Vern Fleming will open on Michael Jordan tonight. Grant, Sellers, and Cartwright up front for Chicago. Sam Vincent and Michael Jordan, the man who makes it happen here in Chicago as we get ready for basketball. Cartwright 7'1", Smits 7'4", 3-inch height advantage. Two of the Pacers on the jump, and Cartwright wins it, but the Pacers come up with it, and Williams will drop it for Fleming, and the Pacers will go to work. Just underway here at Chicago Stadium. NBA basketball coming your way tonight on WXIN 59 and the Pacers Television Network. Vern Fleming is covered by Vincent down on the block to Smits. They'll see if they can get him going. Missed the shot. It's tipped out by Horace Grant. Ahead to Jordan. And you can see Reggie Miller pedaling back quickly to cut off the angles.
They're going inside at the start, too, Billy. Here's Cartwright.
Cartwright driving. Contact in there and a foul on Rick Smits, it appeared. And for Smits, that will be his first. Let's take a moment to remind you, at the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll be selecting a Miller Lite All-Star Player of the Game. Miller Lite will make a $100 donation to the Pacers Charity Stripe Trust Foundation on behalf of tonight's Player of the Game. So we'll put our heads together and come up with one.
I hope we have about 5 of them that have great ball games.
And it would come in handy tonight. Cartwright misses the first foul shot.
That helps.
Yep. So still, neither team has scored. Cartwright on the year is shooting just under 70%. Boy, he has very unusual form on his foul shot.
He really does. You watch him warm up, and the way he shoots that jumper, you wonder how he ever makes it.
Here is the drive by Fleming, and blocked from the side. Jordan was there, and Grant was there. Man.
Watch Grant come from across the floor. Look at this. Boom. Shot that baby up in the stands.
Inbounds to Vern Fleming. Pacers looking for their first points of the game. Herb Williams goes up over Grant. Missed on the shot, tipped to the sideline. Vincent off of his hand. Pacers have another chance here.
We've gone inside twice, once to Smits and once to Herbie Williams, which is good to go inside early, but we haven't come close yet.
Vern Fleming. They have Miller on the block on the far side, and Person fires from the angle and knocks it down.
2 games off didn't seem to affect old Chucky, did it?
Came right back, hit his first jump shot, and the Pacers on top by a point. Jordan down low to Grant. Shot blocked by Herb Williams, and the corner out of bounds. Pacers.
Herbie's been doing a nice job defensively. He seems to be blocking more shots early in the season than he did last year.
And that's the Herb Williams that the Pacers need tonight. A guy who is active and making things happen. Reggie Miller, Jordan is on him. Jordan will be busy with Reggie tonight. Herb Williams kicks it out. Here's Miller. Chuck Person, 10 to shoot. Comes up with 8 to shoot. He's right there with it.
2 for 2.
Well, I tell you, if this guy gets rolling, that certainly won't hurt the cause. Not one bit.
They'll give him a couple days off every once in a while if he's going to come out shooting like that.
Well, you bet the Bulls will start looking for number 23 here pretty soon. Vincent, nearly stolen away, got the ball back, down to Cartwright with 10 to shoot. Whistle.
They've got Rick twice. See, that hurts.
Yeah. That means an immediate look to the bench. Let's see what George Irvin decides to do here. That's his second, team's second, and he will leave Smits in.
Here it is. Vern almost steals this ball. Vincent gets it back and goes inside. Now, see, we played a minute 45, and Rick's got 2 on him. This will change as he matures. He'll learn not to pick up those early fouls.
It had to be a foul of the body. He sure didn't catch him anywhere upstairs. It's there.
Well, when you're on the road, it seems to...
and you're a rookie, right?
It seems to go that way.
Yeah. Even a highly publicized rookie like Rick Smits. Cartwright has all 3 Chicago points. It's 4-3 Pacers. And Indiana brings it across. Fleming trying to get around Vincent. The Pacers have a height advantage in almost every position on the floor. They ought to be able to do some post-up business downstairs. Fleming. There's the drop into Smits. 5 to shoot. Miller with 3, 2.
Beat the horn.
The buzzer bomb goes right in, and Fleming has his first 2, and the Pacers again up by 3. First quarter of action, and you notice the Chicago crowd hasn't had a chance to get into this game.
That's right. We've kept them out of it so far. Here's the guy.
But he'll get them going. They blasted it in to Cartwright, and now Rick Smits has 3.
3 quickies.
And that means I think they'll have to go to the bench now. Yes, indeed. Stuart Gray up immediately, and Smits will be coming out as the Pacers have to make a move very early. So Stuart Gray comes in. Stu played just moments, precious moments against Charlotte. He was suffering from that flu bug, which also got the best of Chuck Person, but they're both at 100% tonight. Vincent is open. Missed on the shot. Pacers have the rebound. The Bulls are a little cold here early in the game. Chuck Person. Herb Williams. Miller. Person trying to drive on Sellers. Kicks it off Herb Williams. Oh, yeah, the Pacers are rolling. The Pacers are rolling with a 5-point lead. Sam Vincent. Boy, look at Fleming work hard on him. That's right in front of our broadcast position here. They drop it in low. Cartwright going up over Stuart Gray. Missed it. Williams got the rebound. Kicks it out. Here come the Pacers again. If they can get that running game going, that'll help them. Fleming kind of lost the ball. Person, that's a long one. Nope. And Gray trying to get the rebound. Couldn't rip it away from Cartwright. Here's Michael Jordan.
He's about ready to try something.
You know he is.
He's about ready.
Yep.
Here he is.
Tried to drop it off. Cartwright, he got him inside. That's the thing that makes him doubly tough. You don't hear much about it, Slick, but he is a great passer. He's got great vision.
He does it all. He does it all.
8-5, Pacers by 3. Miller in the lane. Chance for a three-point play.
Nice, Reg.
Man.
His first, team's first.
So Miller drops in a pair. Beautiful drive to the hoop, and Jordan has his first.
Here's Michael, number 23.
Checking in for Indiana, number 54, Greg Dreiling.
He's just taking his time now. Here's the layoff. Here's the layoff to Cartwright underneath for the easy one.
How many players can hang like that and put off a decision as long as he could put it off and wait for his player to get open? Not many.
It's great to have that great jumping ability.
Miller with 3. Jordan got his first foul. And the Pacers have now kicked it up to a 6-point lead, their largest of the game at 11-5. Jordan firing.
There he is.
And Jordan's on the board with his first 2. He went
4 minutes. Not 4 minutes.
4 minutes before he got that first hoop of the game. Here's Miller firing. Knocks down another one, and I'll tell you what.
Well, we're ripping it from outside, aren't we?
And that's a good answer to Michael Jordan. Make him play you. And Reggie has the ability to keep somebody busy. We have a foul. Jordan, Cartwright, I'm sorry, with an offensive foul downstairs. Pacers get it back. No team foul on that.
For Dreiling.
And Stuart Gray, you see, coming back in. Dreiling was in very briefly. Why the rapid change of setters here, Slick? Do you have any idea?
Well, I the thing of Smith's getting 3 first-quarter fouls, that might have its effect later in the ball game. Sometimes maybe it's better not to ever.
That's a 2-pointer by Miller. Williams tipped it out. Fleming has the ball back. Pacers. So we'll see if they can add to it. The Pacers they had Gray in. They took him out, brought him right back. Faces up and hits.
Everybody's getting in the act tonight.
Pacers are ready tonight, we'll tell you that. Largest lead of the ball game at 8. And a timeout will be taken by the Chicago Bulls. Time on the floor, 7:15 remaining first quarter play. Score of the ball game, it's the Pacers 15 and the Bulls 7. How things change from night to night in the NBA. On our last telecast, the Pacers were stone cold against Charlotte, but take a look at this, Slick. What a difference.
What a difference a day makes.
Yeah, really.
Isn't that the way it is? We was at 27% really at Charlotte at this point in the ball game on Wednesday night. Tonight we're at 58%. Now that's what you have to do to win on the road.
Well, and the Pacers have started out strong here. No changes for either team as the Pacers go back to work. Now the Bulls are coming off their biggest defeat of the season. They're a 500 team. They lost to Atlanta 106-88 here. They really got their clock cleaned, and they're a little sluggish getting going tonight. Here's a switch. In the corner, Vincent, that leaves Sellers open. And Sellers knocks it down. Sellers can shoot the ball.
He can shoot it just like our old buddy back in the studio, Clark Kellogg, could nail that shot. Both of them from Ohio State.
Here's Miller looking for the entry. Fleming trying to go into Stuart Gray. Now they'll cross screen and see if they can get Williams. There he is. Time to shoot, 6 seconds. Williams hooked it up there and got it.
Nice going, Herbie.
4 points for Herb Williams. The Pacers on top, 17-9. Sam Vincent, Jordan out front. Reggie Miller has his hands full tonight, but boy, he's responded to it. Cartwright hooks it over Gray. Didn't get it. Pacers come roaring out of there with a rebound. They can add 2 more points here if they can drop it in. Fleming, shot block. Cartwright got a hand on it.
Here's trouble. 3-on-1.
3-on-1. Vincent, the drive. Grant converts it. You better make those layups. Otherwise, they'll burn you on the other end.
Let's keep this crowd out of this ball game.
17-11, halfway through the first quarter play. Exactly halfway. Bill Hazen and Bobby Leonard tonight, and there was a foul.
Stuart Gray on an offensive foul, an offensive pick.
Tried to set it and picks up his first. George Irvin, he has to be very happy with the way the club has come out tonight. You know, they didn't practice yesterday, and that was kind of interesting in the sense all they did was watch game film, and they took the day to rest.
That's good. That's good sometimes, just to take that day and rest up and get ready for a ball game.
It's hard to know what, as a coach, what's best for your team, but it seems as if this team really is responding here early in this game. Good pick by Sellers. They've got a mismatch. Oh, and the Pacers able to recover there. 3 seconds on the shot clock, and Sellers got it in. Sellers with 4. And the Bulls have pulled within 4. Indiana on the attack. Person. Reggie Miller. Burns Fleming. Into the paint he goes. Didn't get it. Grant fighting for the rebound. Jordan finally took it from him, and Michael will bring it across.
Watch
Reggie
out.
Miller picks him up.
Watch out.
That's all he needs.
Here he goes.
Well, and there were some who thought that Michael Jordan couldn't shoot. That was the big rap on him coming into the pros. He's a great athlete, but I don't know if he can shoot. Well, he certainly has proven, of course, he's a great scoring player, and he's turned into a very good shooter as well. 2-point ball game now. Pacers on top. Down the paint goes Person. Let's see if it counts. Let's see if it counts. Yeah, they count it on the continuation. And Sellers gets the personal. Number 1 on him, second team foul. Person with 6. That was a big basket, and he went to the opposite hand to do it here, Slick.
Here's Chuck right up the middle. Watch his left-handed hook off the glass.
Man, you have to have some talent to be able to go to the opposite hand like that. Driving into traffic. Pacers get it back on the miss. Stuart Gray, no! And Grant ripped it out of there. If the Pacers can hang tough on the boards and get some shots, they really have a chance to do something. Offensive foul on Cartwright.
Little bit of elbow in there. Stewart's playing him real tough.
Number 2 on Cartwright. And we'll see Will Perdue coming into the Chicago lineup. He's the heralded rookie from Vanderbilt who played for C.M. Newton the player of the year in the Southeastern Conference a year ago. So Purdue, the first substitute off of the Bulls bench with Cartwright in foul trouble. So Doug Collins elected to pull Cartwright before he could get his third person. Miller, that's a long bomb.
Boom, baby!
Yeah.
Boom, baby!
Hey, you're in mid-season already. We're in mid-season form here.
Love those three-pointers.
Oh, yeah. And a foul called on Chuck Person, trying to hold Sellers from moving without the ball. And Person with his fourth team foul on Chicago. Substitutions now. Wayman Tisdale coming into the Pacer lineup. And Scottie Pippen comes in for Chicago. Well, I tell you, you look at the Pacer, the physical nature of the Pacer bench. We'll take a look. Whoops.
Yeah, there's a little pushing back.
Little love tap there from Sellers.
Oh, they're clearing it out for Michael. Watch out here.
Jordan driving. Miller trying to cut him off. Gray blocked his shot. Stuart Gray blocked his shot. The Pacers hung in there. That's team defense right there.
Nail that thing, Chuck.
And he nails it. Chuck Person with 8 first quarter points, and the Pacers have opened up a 9-point lead. And they've done it with team defense. They're knocking down their jumpers. Well, you would swear this is the Pacers' home court tonight, the way that they are playing here. They really want that first road win.
I just hope it stays this way for 4 quarters.
Michael Jordan alive.
Watch out.
Sellers, it was too high for him. But Sellers recovered, and he caught his own pass. They ruled that he caught his own pass, tipped the ball over the rim. It never hit anything.
They had him open. They cleared out the other side and ran a high pick at the top for him and cut him to the basket. Michael laid it right there. It was a little too high.
That was an excellent call. You rarely see that call made. He caught his own pass. Turnovers, you see him. Chicago has turned it up. Pacers only 1 turnover for the quarter. Tisdale drove in there strong and drew the foul on Brad Sellers. That's his second, team's third. John Paxson just came in for Chicago. We'll see Scott Skiles come off the Pacer bench. Here
it is. Here's Wayman. Here's Sellers on the foul. Wayman just strong-armed him.
Yeah. It's nice to see Wayman going to his right hand more, Slick. He was such a left-handed player when he first came into the throws.
Ooh.
Tisdale misses.
Shipped a little orange paint there.
And that's unusual for him. You see Grant coming back in. Sellers comes out. Tisdale's the number 3 foul shooter on the Pacer team at 88%. The Pacers may be the best foul shooting team in the entire league.
There he got it. Nailed it.
Tisdale gives the Pacers now a 10-point lead. 10-point first quarter lead at 25-15. Scottie Pippen. Paxson out front. Skiles is on him. Everything's on the baseline right now, and you know who gets it.
He's got his outsider going. Michael, if we can keep him from driving, because he's got the outside shot going, and you know pretty soon he's going to start going to the hoop with.
Skiles to Person. That's a long one. Didn't get it. Rebound Chicago. Skiles stole the ball. Pacers have it right back. Tisdale traveling. Wipe it off.
Scotty did a nice job there. Nice steal by Scott Skiles.
And timeout call by the Indiana Pacers. We'll pause with 2:41 remaining first quarter play. It's the Pacers by 10 on the Pacers television network. Well, we hope you will be with us tomorrow night. The Pacers head home to take on the New Jersey Nets at MSA. Game time 7:30. There are tickets available at Ticketmaster or charged by phone at 632-5151, the area code 317. And they have an exciting rookie by the name of Chris Morris playing for New Jersey. He is an exceptional player. We're really looking forward to seeing him. That'll be tomorrow night. Bulls go back to work. They have Pippen bringing the ball up the floor. Purdue sets a screen. John Long picked him up, and Jordan comes up firing and hitting. Michael Jordan with 8 first quarter points.
All of them from outside.
John Long. Pacers pull back within 6 now. Skiles. These two teams met in the exhibition season, and the Pacers played very tough. That was down in Cincinnati at Riverfront Coliseum. But Michael really lit him up. Gray.
Get the handle on the ball. Get the handle.
Michael Jordan just simply ripped it away from him.
2 minutes left in the quarter.
Jordan comes up firing. Well, you have to get him further out than that. Gray got the rebound. And the Pacers were fortunate on that one. Skiles thought about a shot. Inside Tisdale, he wants it. Didn't get it. Tip to the sideline. Paxson will pick it up. Greg Dreiling off of the Pacer bench. He'll be coming in a moment or two.
The pace is quickening, and that's where the Bulls are stronger, when they start getting that ball up the floor quick.
Will Perdue on the low post trying to go over Stuart Gray. Didn't get it. Tisdale rips it off the boards, and the Pacers and increase their lead up to 8 with a basket. John Long. Jordan picked him up, kicks it across, stolen away. He just laid it out there. And Pippen right in the passing lane. An easy steal. That's why back in the old days when I was playing, they said you don't make that cross-court pass. Jordan missed the layup. Was stolen away. Grant for the hoop. Jordan with those incredibly quick hands. He leads the team in so many categories, and steals just happens to be one of them. He won the title a year ago in steals in the league. Pacers by 4. Under a minute left. Skiles.
Go on in there,
Gray
Stu.
with a
That's it.
strong feed. You bet.
Nice play.
4 points for Stuart Gray. Pippen couldn't control it as the Bulls tried to push it. Now our shot clock. We'll see Craig Hodges coming into the lineup, seeing his first action. He was just acquired by the Bulls from Phoenix for Ed Neely and a second-round pick in the next year's NBA draft. So Hodges comes in. He has three-point range, of course. And drilling back in for the Pacers. Skiles a three-pointer. Oh, it wouldn't go down for him. There's an 8-second difference between the clocks as Paxson driving to the left hand, and he'll have shots. And we'll pause for station identification. 5 seconds for station identification. This is the Pacers Television Network.
This is WXIN 59, Indianapolis.
We are back here. Back at Chicago Stadium, Bill Hazen and Slick Leonard. You're watching John Paxson as he gets ready to shoot foul shots. The Pacers lead it by a 27-22 score. Paxson drops the first one in, and the Pacers have shot tremendously in this first quarter. That's made a big difference. The shooting eyes are well sighted. Now a 4-point ball game, 27-23. We have a 3-second difference between the clocks. You see the score. Here's Skiles. 16 on the game clock. 10 on the shot clock now as they count down. Now they'll try to find somebody. Miller breaks off. 4 seconds to shoot. Tisdale, 1 second to shoot. And an offensive foul on Tisdale. 3 seconds on the game clock. So Tisdale picks it up. That's his first.
This is Wayman getting an offensive foul here on the charge.
Inbounds pass.
Get it stopped.
1 second left, and Hodges couldn't get the ball over the timeline, and so the Pacers take a first quarter lead here as the first 12 minutes comes to a conclusion. Score, Pacers 27, the Bulls 23 on the Pacers Television Network.
Good first quarter for the Indiana Pacers. They have a 27-23 lead on the Chicago Bulls. Chuck Person came out red hot. He has 8 first quarter points. Bobby Slick Leonard had a couple of boom babies. You know things are going well. Clark, you mentioned the fact that the Pacers look more fresh than Chicago does.
Really did. Sometimes less is more, Brian. The day off yesterday certainly showed itself in the first quarter, and I think the quick start, the reason the Pacers on top at the end of the first quarter.
What has to happen for the rest of the game?
Rest of the game, same type of play. Good offensive movement at the offensive end and aggressive play inside.
All right, they're just about ready to start the second quarter. Let's go back to the stadium. Bill Hazen and Bobby Leonard.
I think that's a good point Clark makes about less being more, too, because the Bulls have had 3 days off to prepare for this game. They haven't played since Atlanta. Hey, for everybody at home, you can win a camcorder from Miller Lite in the fourth quarter shootout. Select which Pacer will score the first Pacer basket of the fourth quarter of our telecast from Milwaukee. That'll be December 27th, right after the holidays. And send your guests to fourth quarter shootout, Indiana Pacers, 2 West Washington Street, Indianapolis 46204. A contestant will be drawn from the entries received, and if you guess correctly, you could win that Zenith camcorder. Second quarter underway. Bulls have the first possession. I don't think Jordan's in there right now. Here's the drive as Paxson was taking the ball to the hoop, and Dreiling picks it up, and Dreiling has his first.
Here's a pass to John Paxson here, and Greg Dreiling didn't really get position on him. We'll put him on the line for 2. It's almost like giving him 2 points.
And he's there. He now has 3.
Very good free throw.
Second leading foul shooter on the ball club, Slick, at over 84%. So he's a good one. Great player, of course, for Digger Phelps at Notre Dame. He was a first-team All-American and also an academic All-American at Notre Dame. Now the Pacers lead it by 2. They have John Long and Skiles in the back line, along with Tisdale, Herb Williams, and Dazzling right now. Tisdale had to chase that ball down. 7 to shoot. Long tried to make a cut. Dazzling got it. Kind of threw it up there.
Going up with a great
rebound and slams it in.
I love to see Dazzling play well. Love to see him do good.
Well, Dazzling's off with his first hoop, so the Pacers have him going a little bit. Down to Will Perdue, trying to spread his body out. Comes up firing over Dazzling, didn't get it. Ball tipped out by Grant, and the Bulls have another chance. That's where the Pacers have to make sure they don't give up the second shots. Right now, Hodges and Paxson in the backcourt. They're resting Jordan.
Here's Scottie Pippen.
Around the screen, comes up firing. It's there. Pippen is an outstanding athlete. And you see the Bulls have it rolling right now as they've hit a good streak here in these last 4 minutes.
I think Clark mentioned they looked a little tired at the start, but the Bulls are starting to pick up the pace now.
We'll see Perdue coming out of there, and Cartwright is back in. You know who we haven't seen in this game is Dave Corzine. As of yet. And he's been playing fewer and fewer minutes this year for the Bulls. Williams goes up and fires a long one over Grant. Didn't get it. Rebound to Chicago, and Pippen will bring it up. Chicago can tie with a basket here. Pippen trying to go around Tisdale, dropped it off, and Grant will fire. Didn't get it. Dazzling with the rebound. The Pacers continue to hold the lead. Williams, Pacers trying to push it up.
Oh, that was a great basket.
What a move. 6 points for Herb Williams. Well, you tipped me off on that back in training camp when you told me how you like Williams driving with the right hand.
I like it. He can lay the ball on the floor.
Yep. And that certainly proved it right there. They're trying to post Cartwright. There it is. Dazzling, who stands inch for inch with him.
He came right back with a nice hook.
Cartwright was 7. And the Pacers lead down to 2 at 31-29. Herb Williams got a good height advantage in there. They get it to Tisdale, couldn't get it to go down. Pass out, Skiles tried to steal it, and a foul, and I think it should be on Pippen. Yeah, no, they gave it to Skiles. I thought Skiles had the passing lane on that ball.
He had to beat on that ball for a steal.
Yeah, and that's his first, team's second. So the Bulls have it in bounds. Indiana on defense. Paxson. Grant. Boy, they had Cartwright open on the backside. They couldn't get it to him. Pippen.
That's a high ball game. We're getting a little stagnant. We got to get some movement now.
Pippen with 4, and this game is tied for the first time in a long time. Skiles. Tisdale. Kicks it out front. Skiles. Into the paint. Tisdale downstairs. Shot blocked by Cartwright. Here come the Bulls out of there. Paxson. Hodges driving. Offensive foul.
And the little man took another blow.
Just like always, he hung in there tough like a real trooper. That being Scott Skiles, of course.
Here's Wayman. Look at this block. Said, I'll see you later, baby. With that shot.
And now Skiles, who took that charge. Boy, a coach has to love that. Anytime you see that, you have to love it. That's real desire to win a ball game. Long, Person, Chuck Person coming back in now. Tisdale went to the bench. Person underneath, Dazzling goes in there, drew the foul. He'll have shots. That was a nice feed, I thought, Slick. They got it right inside. Person with a beautiful pass.
Nice feed by Chuck, and here it is. Nice feed by Chuck. Greg Dazzling is going into the hoop awfully strong. Awfully strong. He's playing a lot better.
Well, he has a big body. We know he can do it. In terms of his physical size, he's right there. That's where he should be. He should be all over that backboard.
He's a tough kid. He's not going to back off. Get in there, Greg.
One more. Greg's a good foul shooter, too, for a big man. 73-3 coming in tonight. Against Charlotte, he played very briefly. He had 2 points and 1 rebound in 4 minutes. It's there. So Dazzling gives the Pacers a 1-point lead. Bulls have the ball back. Across the timeline to come. Paxson. Hodges dumps it into Cartwright. They double him. Traveling. He lost the ball. Down went Dazzling. And the Pacers had the ball right back, and boy, they really collapsed on Cartwright.
They had a triple team on him that time.
And with Jordan out of there, they can afford to do a little more of that, can't they, in terms of how deep they drop that extra man.
Well, Craig Hodges is new to the ball club. Of course, he can ring the bell from outside. There's no question about that.
Herb Williams, to the baseline he goes. Comes back over Grant and hits it. Herb Williams with 8. And the Pacers again by 3. They're hanging right in here. John Paxson, down low to Grant. Pippen thought about it. Paxson missed it. Person has the rebound. The Bulls pedal back on defense now as the Pacers could go up by 5 with a hoop. Person. Herb Williams. Boy, look at that strong move. Didn't get it. Cartwright. Herb Williams is having a good ball game thus far. Person driving.
There's 3.
Hodges. Oh, man. Craig Hodges, his first points in a Bulls uniform. He knocked down a 3-pointer. Stuart Gray off of the Pacer bench. On the baseline, John Long comes up firing, and it's right there. So John Long knocks down a 2-pointer to help the Pacer cause, giving the Pacers again a lead. Pippen, chance for a 3-point play.
Boy, Greg, if you're going to stick that hand in there, don't let him get that ball on the board.
Dreiling his third.
And Dreiling now has 2 personal fouls, 3rd team foul.
Here's Scottie Pippen. Watch this reverse move down on the baseline. And see, Greg just stuck his hand in there. And, you know, the referees won't call that 9 times out of 10.
Hey, and what do you know? We still have a tie ball game. Pippen missed the 3-point conversion. John Long. Skiles. Backdoor cut for Person. Lost the ball.
Hurry,
It's a 3-on-3. Pippen. He missed the layup. He missed the layup. Skiles.
Nail it, John.
John Long.
Atta, baby.
You better believe it. Long with 4 first-half points. And the Pacers continue to lead it. Jordan was off the bench. Now he's sitting down. Down low to Cartwright. And a timeout will be called. The Bulls are going to take a time, and we will pause. Score on the ball game. The Pacers 38 and the Bulls 36 on the Pacers Television Network. Hey, you know what's better than seeing a Pacer game in person? Seeing it with a group. You keep that number on your screen in mind, because for groups of 20 or more, keep that number in line. They have some special plans to see a Pacers game. Great games in the remainder of December with the Nets, the Bulls, plus January matchups with the Hawks, Pistons, Cavs, and more. For group information, 263-2138. Jordan is back in. Sellers back in for Chicago. We'll remind you that this telecast is presented by the authority of the Indiana Pacers and the National Basketball Association solely for the entertainment of our viewing audience. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or other use of the descriptions and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the NBA is strictly prohibited. Jordan back in. Underneath, Cartwright, he lost it. Bulls come up with it. Pacers on the drive. Skiles. Jordan tried to steal it. What a feed!
Oh,
and it was overshot by Person.
Great pass by Scott Skiles. Here they come.
Here are the Bulls back now. Pacers continue to lead 38-36. Down low to Cartwright. Goes up over Gray. Didn't hit it. Stuart Gray, a tower of strength on the boards. Chuck Person tries to drive on Sellers. Sellers blocked a shot. Bulls
Hurry, Chuck. Hurry, Chuck.
Sellers. Michael Jordan. Long is on him.
There's 3 more.
You can book that. Hodges with 6. And the Bulls have their first lead in a long time. 39-38.
That's why they made a trade right there.
Well, he knocked it down. He doesn't know the offense yet, obviously.
He knows where the 3-point line is.
Herb Williams comes right back with a hook shot, and the Pacers lead it again. 10 first-half points for Herbie. Pacers 40, Bulls 39. Chicago on the attack. Hodges, Cartwright at the medium post. 9 points for Cartwright. And the Bulls take the lead again by a point. Skiles. Long to the baseline, comes up firing for the Pacers. Didn't get it. Look at Jordan. Holy mackerel.
How high was he that time? I swear that his hand was up to the top of the backboard. Look at this. Look at this. Uh-oh.
That's the field goal. Michael Jordan with 10, and George Irvin immediately came up and took a timeout to try to slow it down. We'll pause. 4:55 remaining, first half of play. It's the Bulls by 3. You're looking at the second oldest building in the National Basketball Association, next to Boston Garden.
35 coats of paint on this baby.
But boy, it looks mighty fresh right now.
Played right here in 53 on the way to the NCAA championship against Notre Dame.
They used to have a lot of stadium doubleheaders back in those days, too, in the college ranks.
That's right.
There's Chuck Person on the wing. Pacers trailing by 3. They'll go back to work. Herb Williams trying to drive on Cartwright. Comes up firing. I think Cartwright got a hand on it. Grant, the outlet, goes to Sam Vincent, who's back in for Chicago. Vincent and Jordan are the guards. Cartwright, Grant, and Sellers up front.
Don't let him get... This is where Cartwright's tough. If they hit him right down from the top of the circle where he can turn into the middle there with that little jumper, he's tough there.
He's a good, like, medium post guy, and he for about 10 feet, he murdered. Miller looking for the entry. Herb Williams on the block. He has a height advantage. They double team him. Comes up firing. Tough angle. Hit the board. Vincent. Grant. They're going to pass the ball. Jordan. And Jordan has the radar well adjusted now. He has 12 points, and the Chicago Bulls suddenly have their largest lead of the ball game, 7. Down low goes the Person. He has Jordan on. They triple team him. Fleming.
There it is.
Reggie Miller.
Oh, Reg.
Good drive. Comes up firing.
Get in there.
And he got it in. Reggie Miller has 10 first half points.
Sometimes it's a bad thing to pass up a real good wide open shot to drive into trouble, but he got it in the hole for us that time.
Bulls by 5, and we have a whistle. Let's see who it's on.
Don't get him mad.
Jordan.
It's on Michael. Don't get him mad.
And Jordan has 2 personal fouls. That does not count as a team foul. 3:23 remaining. Here, you take a look at it here.
Just thought Reggie was hanging on him a little bit. He just took his hand and put it in Reggie's chest and shoved him away.
Vern Fleming as Miller pops out. Now they've got Williams isolated if they can get it into him. Fleming, they called him for traveling there, as there was definitely contact with Jordan. But that's a hard call to get in this building. Yeah, Reggie's shaking his head, looking up the floor. You look at Doug Collins.
Michael says, give me that ball. See, after he has a little confrontation like he did.
You remember the Pacers for a long time had only 1 turnover. They've added 6 since then. Cartwright over Gray.
He's hurting us. He's hurting us.
Cartwright with 13. We know what Tim Kempton did on Wednesday night. Pacers need to get that pivot pot really bolted down here. They can go ahead and do some things in the pivot. Stuart Gray didn't get it. Rebound inside. Reggie Miller overshot it under heavy traffic. Sellers and Vincent will bring it up the floor. And now the Bulls, if they should score, will have their largest lead of the ball game. Right now it's 7, approaching the 2-minute mark of the first half. Cartwright comes way out to set a screen, and then he drives away from the screen. Cartwright downstairs, handed it off for Sellers, but they misconnected on the passer in the near side.
There's nobody could have caught that pass.
Tisdale comes back in for the Pacers, and Stuart Gray to the bench, so that moves Herb Williams into the post.
We're standing around a little bit at the offensive end. We've got to get some movement now. We're just taking the ball inside, one pass, and trying to go one-on-one from inside. Get some movement in that offense.
Fleming downstairs for Tisdale. Up he goes. Didn't get it. Fleming. Good effort there by Miller trying to get the tip. Ended up on the seat of his pants. Jordan. Vincent. Michael Jordan pulls up firing. Oh, brother.
Isn't that something? Isn't that something?
Well, you know, I did this team during his rookie year. And he's gotten a lot better than that. He was incredible then. Here's Miller driving, and they call him for traveling. And Miller threw the ball, gets a technical, and you could see that building. You could see that building because he thought he was fouled earlier and never got the call.
Well, he and Michael are going at each other pretty good. And to show you how quick he is, now watch him beat Jordan here. But look how quick Jordan is. He recovers. Yeah. He recovers defensively. And gets the traveling call on Reg.
Jordan gets the technical foul shot and dropped it in. You could see a little hand check there by Jordan as he was on the drive. You could kind of see him riding it a little bit. Replay showed that. And I think that may have been what kind of hurt Reggie a little bit, knocked him off his feet. Vincent, it's a 10-point Chicago lead, their largest of the game.
See, we did the same thing the other night in Charlotte. Right towards the end of the second quarter, we gave up a bunch and went down 8 or 10 at the half. Here he's gonna shake and bake a little bit here now. Look at this.
Passes off. Vincent's the open man.
See, he's got them all rocking and rolling now.
Yeah. And that's what makes him so dangerous, because he can pass the ball. And Pacers want to take a 20, and they do so. When the ball got down on the block with 1 minute remaining, the Pacers take their 20 here, as they now have fallen behind in this game by 12, 54-42. And I'll tell you what, the Pacers have been sitting on 42 for a long time.
The offense went flat for us. Probably a little bit, one pass and a one-on-one move. But the big thing is, when you're doing those kind of things, the rest of the guys that are standing around watching a guy go one-on-one, man, they got to storm that offensive backboard. I mean, they got to go after that ball in case he misses, get some offensive rebounds.
And stop them from getting that breakout in the process. So the Pacers will put it in bounds here. You see the time remaining in the half. Vern Fleming. Person. Reggie Miller makes a nice move, but the ball lost the ball.
It's not going right for Reggie. He kicked that one.
Okay. He had actually beaten Jordan toward the middle, but then the ball came loose.
They're going to get 2 for 1. Here's Michael. Look at that pass.
And they called a foul on Herb Williams. And now the official is talking here as if to say, I'm not sure. Wait a minute. Now they're going to talk it over. Double foul? They might be rolling a double foul here.
Boy, they've got 3 officials now. You put 3 heads in there talking about something hard to tell what's going to happen.
We'll see. I couldn't hear it. Inadvertent whistle. Inadvertent whistle. Jordan saying he was fouled, but Herb Williams was in position, I thought, had his feet planted. Let's see.
Here's Michael baseline. Now Herb steps in. He's got position, but watch his pass. That pass went right over his shoulder. And had there not been a jump ball or whatever called, there would have been a layup off that play.
All right, so the 2 centers will jump. Tipped in the air. Herb Williams, nope, couldn't control it. Grant has the ball. And Chicago has it right back. They lead by a dozen and going for more.
2 shots for 1. They're going to get 2 for 1 before the half.
Vincent comes around. Hodges comes up firing. Didn't get it. Cartwright fought for the rebound, and let's see who it's on.
Loose ball foul.
Herb Williams got it. That's a tough break for Indiana. Herb with his first 4th team foul, first of the last 2 minutes. And Sellers. Now, Stuart Gray comes into the lineup, and Tisdale comes out. So now you have a situation, Chicago will burn its 20, and you have a situation here now that, in effect, they do get a 2 for 1 slick, but in a little bit different of a way than you thought they might.
Here's Michael on the baseline. Herbie steps in, takes the charging foul.
And they ruled an inadvertent whistle, in effect, saying play on that one.
How long have we been on 42?
I don't know, a long, long time. I know that we've been on 42 for a long time. It's been a while, as Chicago has run off a good string here.
15-2 run by the Bulls. We've been stuck on 42. And you really can't have those kind of dry spots in a ball game where you go 4, 5, 6 minutes and really not do anything offensively.
And so Pippen comes back in for Chicago. Sellers will inbound it right in front of our broadcast position. Anthony Frederick got his jersey up, but they're not going to, will they let him in or not? If the home team substitutes, they substituted for Pippen, you bet. So Frederick is allowed to come in. Now, the visiting team can substitute only if the home team does substitute. So they got him in there, and George Irvin won his point. 18 seconds left. You see the time remaining. Hodges. Hodges gets it back. Ball hit Grant's hand, out of bounds. Pacers have it back, 5 seconds left. I would say it's fair to say that Grant didn't see that ball coming. And now an immediate substitution. John Long comes in.
Good substitution there, putting a shooter in for Stuart Gray with 5 seconds to play.
All right. Person puts it into Fleming.
You better hurry, Vern.
Fleming.
2 seconds.
Time, ball stripped away. It's loose on the floor. The half comes to an end. And the Chicago Bulls will be taking a 12-point lead into the locker room here at half, as they now lead in the ball game 54-42. And Slick, you hit it right on the nose. We were talking about it earlier here in this half, and how long the team sat on 42 and 40, as it turned out, 40 points. It's tough to survive a 15-2 run, and Michael Jordan, much as we knew he would get going, he indeed did get going.
Sometimes it's really hard to understand. We looked terrific offensively in the first quarter. Now, I don't know if they picked up on us defensively a little bit on their offense, but we went very flat there in the second quarter, and consequently gave up a 7 or 8, 9-point lead, and we're 12 down at the halftime.
I've seen an awful lot of games in here, and one thing I know about Michael Jordan, very simply, is even if he starts slow, he is particularly dangerous when he starts slow and comes back in that second.
Well, you know one thing, when it goes into the last 8 minutes, Billy, you know, he's learned how to pace himself, and you go into the last 8 minutes, if it were a tight ball game, and boy, he'll give you 8 minutes that are out of sight.
Well, he sure did just now as he finished that first half with a total, let's just double check it here before we go, 15 points on the half. So, Brian and Clark, that's the story, as certainly we saw a lot of Michael Jordan here in the second quarter, so that's the way it sizes up right now.
Slick, you could almost see the momentum change from Indiana to Chicago, couldn't you?
Oh, no question about it. The momentum changed, and they picked up the pace. And we couldn't shoot it in the ocean. Couldn't shoot it in the ocean.
Well, they hit just one of those real tough streaks, and it seemed difficult to get the ball into a position where they really could score. And they missed some shots that you just figured they'd knock down. They couldn't get it done.
All right, you guys take a break. We'll see you in a few minutes. All right, we'll be back with more on our halftime show right after this on the Indiana Pacers Television Network. It's halftime at the Chicago Stadium, and it's been quite a turnaround by the Bulls. Indiana led by 4 at the end of the first quarter. Now they trail by 12 at halftime. 54-42 is the score at the stadium. Clark, your impressions of the first half?
Well, it was just a turnaround. I think in the second quarter, the Bulls were able to turn it up a notch defensively. They played with more energy at the defensive end. That created some opportunities in the open court. Bill Cartwright was doing his damage inside. Michael Jordan was doing his damage all over the place. I note one play in particular in that second quarter. He went up high for a rebound at the defensive end, took the ball down, and made a nice bank shot. And that kind of inspired his teammates. And from that point, they've been in control in the second quarter.
Chuck Person got off to a great start. He had his first 4 shots, I believe, had 8 points at the end of the first quarter, but hasn't been in the offense since. What can he do to get back in it?
Well, really, again, the Bulls turned it up defensively, and the Pacers started settling for 1-2 passes and a shot instead of moving the ball, getting the ball in Chuck's hands on the perimeter. Again, it's going to come down to them reacting to the defense of the Bulls, throwing it inside, then kicking it back outside for the open perimeter shots, and then they just have to make some of them.
It seems like they're also getting us on the boards as well.
They are. Again, their energy level increased. It was just the opposite. The first quarter, the Pacers had all the energy. In the second quarter, the Bulls had it. And when you have the energy and the effort, you're going to come up with rebounds and loose balls.
Let's change gears a little bit. How did you get along with the officials when you played?
Always well. I never had a problem because I was out there to perform basketball business, period.
Well, that's interesting because this year there's one more official to get along with. The subject of Sherman Wise's feature tonight is the 3rd official in this year's NBA.
They may have the most unpopular and thankless job. They are sometimes booed and yelled at by coaches, fans, and players for making calls some consider to be unfair. But this year, with the addition of a 3rd referee, NBA officials hope the calls will be fairer and that there will be a curb to the violence which has plagued NBA games. In addition, many coaches feel the extra referee will see action on the weak side that is currently difficult for just 2 refs to see.
A lot of times with 2 refs, so much is taking place on the ball side, and one of the two is watching the ball itself and the action. The idea with a third official is to see some of the weak side action, and we all know there's a lot that goes on the other side of that court.
Indiana Pacers interim coach George Irvin says he is glad to see the additional ref in the game. He says he has wanted it for a number of years.
I just think that our players are too big, too quick for two guys to cover well. And the third official comes in, he can see a lot more what's happening on the weak side or away from the ball. The illegal defenses he can cover, and just regular court coverage, whether they be fast breaks or in the half court. But I think it'll clean up the play away from the ball.
Pacers assistant coach Mel Daniels says he thinks having 3 refs will eventually work out. But he says right now he has some problems with the new system.
Right now, I think it's having a kind of an adverse effect on the game, simply because I don't think all 3 referees are in sync. And they're not making calls as efficiently as we thought they would. There's a lot of flaws to it, but I think once they get it worked out, it's going to be a good system.
Pacer forward Wayman Tisdale sees having an additional ref as a positive step towards cleaning up the game.
It's a little controversial, but I think it's going to help out in the long run, because a lot of them, as the referees get used to each other, I think it's going to clear up a lot of things that goes on inside. And luckily, I've had a couple of calls go my way this year because of it. You know, the extra referee saw what was going on, and he called it from me, and it kind of surprised me that here this guy is coming in from a side that I'm not used to a referee coming in from.
Center Stuart Gray says at first he had some reservations about a third referee.
I was skeptical at first about it. As you know, I've not been one to worry about getting pushed and shoved, but I can see the purpose of it now. That you know, if they do see an elbow or something like that, that they're going to prevent a fist fight or something like that later on in the game. And you know, that's what they told us, and I do believe that now.
Only time will tell if the third referee has had the impact NBA officials had hoped for. Meanwhile, coaches and players remain optimistic that the additional ref will improve the game.
And we'll be back with more, including Kellogg's Corner on the Indiana Pacers television network. It's halftime at the Chicago Stadium, where the Bulls lead the Pacers by 12, 54-42. Clark, you look at the Central Division, top to bottom, maybe the strongest division.
Oh,
in
no
the
question
NBA.
about it. You've got 5 teams playing 500 or better basketball, and the Cleveland Cavaliers are top the division after winning against Detroit at the Coliseum last night, and that's one of the best young teams in the league. They've got every position covered. They've got an excellent point guard, a great center, a creative player in Ron Harper. They just have all the bases covered.
You look at the Bulls, they definitely expect to make the playoffs, but they're only 10-10.
Well, I think they're going to get better. They're still adjusting to Bill Cartwright. They haven't had that kind of force in the middle, so I think they'll be a better second half of the season team than first half season.
All right, as halftime continues, here's tonight's edition of Kellogg's Corner. Tonight's subject is Pacer trainer Davy Craig.
For an NBA player, his physical conditioning is of paramount importance to doing the job on the floor. The night in and night out pounding the body takes in the NBA makes it impossible to play without some bumps and bruises. But how ready are the players for each game? Well, here in the Pacer training room at Market Square Arena, David Craig helps prepare their bodies for the war on the floor. For 18 years, David Craig has been the trainer for the Indiana Pacers, and night after night, David works to have each player in the best condition possible.
Basically, those who need treatments come in at 5:30, whether they're a veteran or a rookie, and that way we can get everybody taped. All players are taped, both ankles are taped. So that's 24 ankles, and then all the treatments are given in that time too. If somebody's got a sore back, they have to come in early. If they got a banged up finger or a bruise or a sore knee or something that needs care, then they need to schedule their time to come in early to get themselves ready for the ball game.
And if that's not enough, David Craig also is the team's travel secretary. That means he's responsible for airline reservations, hotel reservations, travel, accommodations, as well as practice sites. He also has to take care of each Pacer player and coach on the road. He's not only a trainer, but he's also a secretary, administrator, part doctor, and psychologist.
Clark Kellogg, he's here at halftime. He's on national television. He does commercials. He's everywhere. We'll be back with more on the Indiana Pacers television network. Back in our studios in Indianapolis, where the Chicago Bulls have a 54-42 lead on the Pacers at halftime. In other scores around the league in the second quarter, Boston is leading the Lakers 59-45. They're up big on the defending world champions. Philadelphia in the fourth quarter is leading New Jersey by 7, 109-102. Dallas is up on Charlotte, 97-86. Milwaukee is leading by 1 in Atlanta, 92-91. Later tonight, Portland plays at Phoenix and Denver plays at the Clippers. We're ready to get things started again for the second half at the stadium in Chicago. Let's go back to Bill Hazen and Bobby Leonard. Gentlemen, we're down 12. Let's go to it.
Yeah, a lot of work to do here, Brian. And what are the Pacers going to have to do here, Slick? They've had a tough first half. We're going to take a look at the statistics, indicate that actually, when you looked at the keys of the game, the Pacers pretty well did what they had to do, but the Pacers just didn't shoot the ball that well in the second quarter.
I think that's the big thing, Billy. Of course, we're getting out rebounded by 6. Turnovers about even, but hey, you got to put the ball in the hole in this league. And in the second quarter, what we shoot 33, 34%.
We'll give you the specifics right here.
Yeah, you're not going to win in the NBA shooting 33%. And we got stuck on 42. We had a 6-7 point lead. We got stuck on 42, and we got down 12. We're going to have to really come back and go after these guys now.
Yeah, a 15-2 run at the end of the half, Slick. And as far as overcoming something like that, the Pacers will have the benefit of having Rick Smits out there, I presume, to begin the third quarter. How important is it going to be to get him going and really get the ball inside a little bit? I don't think the Pacers really got it inside as much.
Well, when we did get it inside, they'd double team us, and we were kicking it around and everything. And it's, I've said before, if you're going to put Rick in there early in the ball game, you got to go into him, and he's got to get in the ball game. But see, he picked up, and he does that every night almost. He picks up 2 or 3. I never like to see a player get 3 fouls on him in the first quarter.
Yeah.
2's enough on a key player, but he's got to get active. He's got to do it.
That's one of the factors that wasn't covered here in the scoring leaders. But as you can see, the Bulls came out with Jordan topping the list, and Cartwright and those that followed. The Pacers, of course, with both Williams and Miller with 10 to lead their parade. To begin the second half, we'll have Fleming and Miller on the back line, Person, Herb Williams, and Rick Smits. And the Bulls will counter with their starting 5 of Sellers, Grant, Cartwright, Jordan, and Vincent. That's Vincent with the ball now. Sellers.
One-on-one. Michael against Reggie Miller. Look at this.
Miller trying to stay with him. Get a nice job. Grant with a long one. Didn't get it. Cartwright got the rebound, though. Didn't get it. Another chance. Sellers.
Well, they're going the offensive forward on us. We got to box out. We got to bang them around a little bit.
And this one,
the foul on Vern Fleming.
Vern Fleming got it, trying to get the ball out of there. His first.
Here's Cartwright on a jumper on a baseline. Now, what's Scottie Pippen? Here comes Scottie Pippen. All he did was go to the offensive board. Nobody laid a hand on it. There wasn't an elbow in sight.
You're right. You got to, when the ball goes up there, you can't just jump for it. You got to look for somebody, screen him off, and then go get it.
You got to bang some people around. You got to get physical.
5 points for Sellers. And the thing is, when you look at the front line that the Bulls have, I mean, Sellers is not a physical basketball player. This is the type of guy that you ought to be able to bang around a little bit.
Well, he's big.
He's big, but
and he's quick.
6 points for Sellers. Early in the second half, that lead is now up to 14 points. Pacers have to be very careful here. They're going to need some stops, and they're going to need to get some baskets. Miller got it into Rick Smits. That's where they want to go. Missed the shot, though. Jordan has the rebound. Up the floor he comes. Miller picks him up. Cartwright with a little screen, and that's all Jordan needs. Missed the shot. Tipped out of bounds, and Chicago has it again.
They've opened up 14 on us. Now, we can't let this game get away from us here in the first 6-7 minutes of this third quarter.
Well, and if the Bulls continue to get second and third shots, it will get away. Horace Grant behind the screen. Didn't get it. Give him another chance. That's what now, 3? They had 4 the last time.
Stuart Gray got chances, and they'll get it in the hole on us.
Gray getting off the Pacer bench. Vincent, 10 to shoot. Ran out of room. Sellers got the loose ball. 6 to shoot. Vincent missed it.
There's another one.
That's 4 now. And Sellers finally put it in. You give them 4 cracks at it, and they'll score. And George Irvin wants a time, and I can't say I blame him for this guy. At 10:40 remaining here in the third quarter of play, the Pacers have some work to do here as they take their third time out of the game. Well, the Chicago Bulls have cushioned their lead here, now up to 58-42. Bill Hazen back with Slick Leonard, and George Irvin had to call a timeout to address this particular situation right here, Slick.
Right there, they've out-rebounded us 5-0. They got 4 offensive rebounds there and finally scored off of it.
Fleming now. Well, the Pacers are going to have to bang these guys. The frontline players that the Pacers have are capable of doing it.
We're in a danger area right now because we're in danger of getting blown apart here if we don't get something going.
Herb Williams went strong to the hoop, finally rolled in.
Finally got off that 42. That 42 was scaring me to death.
And it took the Pacers a minute 40 seconds to score their first field goal of the second half. Grant, Vincent, penetrating to Grant. Shot was blocked in there. I think Stuart Gray. It's loose. The Pacers have the ball back. Person.
3 on 3.
Chuck kicks it off.
Boom at Reggie one time.
Nope. Gray on the tip. Didn't go down. And the rebound comes off to Horace Grant. Vincent spinning, driving. Herb Williams blocked it. And a foul on Herb Williams. That is number 2 on Williams.
Team second.
Team second. There will be shots involved here as he was on the drive.
Herbie had a pretty good block there. Let's see the foul. I didn't see it.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe a little bit after the shot. That's a Mickey Mouse call.
Vincent to the foul line where he's shooting just over 78%. He has his 3rd point of the night. In the Atlanta game, he knocked down 10 points and added 6 assists. Last year, he really made a difference when he came in here for the Bulls. And the Bulls' winning record improved dramatically when they added this young man.
Well, he's a good player. He's a good player, and they got some early dividends on the trade with Craig Hodges.
Yeah.
Put him in that Bull backcourt now.
60-44, Chicago. Fleming trying to run Miller on the baseline a little bit. Person fakes, goes up. He got the contact, got the basket. Chance for a 3-point play.
He finally got Brad Sellers off his feet. I was afraid they were going to call a 3-second violation on him, but he got him off his feet, and Brad had to pay the price.
Chuck Person with 10.
Chuck's going to yo-yo him to death here. There's 1, 2, 3 pump fakes, and he finally got him off his feet on the 3rd one.
And Person to convert the 3-point play. He does so. He has 11 points in the game now. And the Pacers pull back to 13. That was a very important basket.
Let's get aggressive and liven this place up a little bit.
Vincent kicked it off to Sellers. Dribbles away from the basket. Cartwright. Vincent. Cartwright. He'll take that shot.
And hit it.
Cartwright has 15 points for the night.
Doesn't look pretty, but it got the job done.
Well, you're right about that. He won't. That won't be going into the textbooks on how to shoot a jumper, but he does knock him down. Person missed it. Gray tried to flick it
out. Here's trouble. Here's going to be something. Look at this.
Behind the back. Grant has 6 points. Everybody got involved on that one. 64-47. Fleming comes up shooting. Nope. Person with a follow.
Over the back. Over the back, Chucky.
And on Person, that is his 2nd.
What a pass Michael made behind the back bounce pass on that last break.
Tremendous. And then Vincent passed up the shot, just gave it to Grant coming up the middle. As you said, you knew there was trouble right away. Down low, Cartwright.
That was a great play they just ran for him. That was a great play they just ran for Cartwright.
17, and it's a 19-point lead, and the Pacers find themselves very close to being on the ropes. Person. Vern Fleming driving to the hoop, and he got one down. A tough shot. Vern Fleming with 4. And 66-49. Pacers have yet to hit the half-century mark here, and his baskets are coming hard. Michael Jordan. Chuck Person's on him. Put the shot up, and Person called for the foul. And he grimaced in pain as he picked it up, and that is his 3rd. Team's 4th. And the Pacers are close to going in the penalty situation. We know what guys like Jordan can do from the foul line when they get there. They really punish you.
You know, you look at Michael. What a thoroughbred he is.
Yeah.
Doesn't really break a real heavy sweat when he's playing.
Well, I tell you, an interesting thing about him that not many people know. The Bulls, like most teams, are very heavy into weight training. But Michael Jordan never works with the weights. Never. Never goes to the weight room. Fleming had a shot block. Gray picks it up, slammed down by Cartwright. And then Gray, in frustration, kind of pushed Cartwright down. But Cartwright answered with a big block.
I don't think that Cartwright knew that Stewart did that. Here comes, boy, he slammed that baby out of there. Now here comes Stewart. Now watch what he does after this shot. He just pushes Cartwright down.
Here's Chuck Person. Spinning, driving, gets Sellers up and was able to score it.
That's a nice move by Chuck.
13 points for Person. The Pacers really need to find somebody or a couple of people to get that offense going. Jordan thought about it.
Look at this.
Didn't get it. Gray with a rebound. For most players, that's not a good shot. For Jordan, it's a little different. Ball stolen away. Bulls come out of the scramble with it.
Look at this.
And Jordan will have foul shots.
The foul, Stuart Gray. His second.
Gray picked it up, and boy, he had to literally hold him down to stop him from scoring.
There's going to be the pass from Sellers to Michael, cutting in from the left side. Stuart Gray, he got it on the board. On the line for two.
You know, another interesting aspect of this game is the Bulls have never gotten to the bonus. Or, excuse me, the Pacers have never gotten to the bonus. The Pacers just surrendered the bonus to Chicago. So 17 points now for Jordan. And boy, when he gets to the foul line, these aren't pretty. They aren't spectacular like many of his points. But boy, you know, they count just the same. And he has been able to really ring up some big numbers with his ability to shoot free throws. Chuck Person in there. Got it. Person with 15. He's starting to roll. 69-53. Sellers. Down low to Cartwright. Ball taken away. Chuck Person ahead to Miller, driving, and Grant holds it.
Did you notice Grant did not let him get the ball on the board, and we can get back in this ball game. There's 7 minutes to play in the third quarter. We're only looking at 16. He could cut it to 14. Go on in there, Reggie.
Whoops.
They didn't call the foul. He would have kicked it out of bounds.
Indeed. Miller from the line has hit his only foul attempt. And he has 10 on the night. You see the numbers on him. Well, what a shooter from three-point range. It's there. Reggie Miller, second-round draft choice, and boy, has he made an impact. He has been an impact player in his own way.
He's done a nice job. And the thing he needs to develop is a medium shot. He either shoots from outside or he takes it all the way to the basket. When he can pull up and hit that 12, 14-footer, it'll help his game.
Dozen points for Miller. And the Pacers have closed it down to 14.
We're going to have to do it at the defensive end of the floor, Billy. We're going to have to shut them off down here and get our offense going.
Sellers, Grant. Sellers kicking it out. Miller tried to steal it. The ball hit the official and came back to Jordan.
Here's three.
Didn't get it. That just beat the 24-second clock. Pacers have it. It's a clear out. Miller driving, scoring.
We can get back in it. We can get back in it.
Miller with 14, and the Pacers have closed it to 12. At 69-57, 6.5 minutes remaining and a timeout taken by the Chicago Bulls as Doug Collins wants to get this stopped, and we'll pause. With 6:23 on the scoreboard clock, it's the Bulls by 12 right here. Hope you're going to be with us for our next telecast on the Pacers Network. Tuesday, the 27th, the Pacers and the Milwaukee Bucks. That'll be from the brand new and beautiful Bradley Center, one of the most beautiful buildings you'd ever want to see. And that'll be on most of the same Pacer Television Network stations. Del Harris says those Bucks going pretty well.
Yeah, he really does. He's got them playing real good. They won a big ball game in Detroit the other night.
Pacers are going a little better, too. That's helped the Pacers. They've scored the last 6 points in the ball game here. So, Jordan, wraparound pass. And Cartwright now has 19. He's getting close to a season high, and he is really going to work. Fleming is covered by Vincent. Only 2 Bulls players in double figures. Cartwright with 19, Jordan with 18. Vern Fleming, and he'll have shots here. Vincent picked it up. That's only his first. Team's third, and the Pacers are probably closer to getting into the bonus here, Slick, than they have been since we walked into the building. There's Vincent. Of course, Vincent, who played for Judd Heathcote at Michigan State, as did his brother. Missed it. One more for Fleming. Just under 80% foul shooter. Gets there. So Vern Knox splits a pair, and it's a 71-58 ball game as Grant brings it across. How far down would you like to be at the end of the quarter, Slick? What do you think is acceptable here for the Pacers?
It'd be great to close it to 6 or 8. Give us a good shot.
Vincent.
Here, this is Sellers, one of his best shots there. Wide open.
Sellers with 10. And Chicago increases it to 15. Miller looking for Gray downstairs. There's Miller. He's open. Fake the drive. Jordan got on him. Down low to Herb Williams. 7 to shoot. Williams comes up firing. Didn't get it. Off of Fleming's hands. Out of bounds. And we'll pause 5 seconds for station identification. This is the Pacers Television Network.
This is WXIN 59, Indianapolis.
Bulls by 15. The Pacers have closed down the lead a little bit. It was as large as 19. The Pacers just a few moments ago had a string of 6 straight before it was broken. Here's Jordan going up for the shot. Jordan with 20. You can make a lot of mistakes out there, but if you got a guy like Jordan to erase it for you, you're in great shape. Fleming. Chuck Person. Jordan is on him now. Trying to back him downstairs. Comes up, he's double teamed, forced the shot. Gray puts it in. Stuart Gray has 6 points. Vincent driving. Missed the shot. Cartwright with the follow. As the Bulls got their running game going. Cartwright with 21. Vern Fleming. Let's see if they go right to Gray. Gray sets the screen. Person. They have Williams downstairs on Grant. To the baseline. Oh, yeah. Herb Williams with 14. That's one place I think they can do a little business. Jordan. Grant trying to return the favor. Sellers. 12 to shoot. Lost out of bounds. Pacers get it back. Now they can cut it down a little bit. John Long comes back into the ball game. You see Scottie Pippen coming in for Chicago. Reggie Miller goes to the bench, and John Long replaces him. I'm a little surprised that we haven't seen any of Dave Corzine tonight for the Chicago Bulls.
Well, there's been some viruses. I can't believe that they put Purdue in front of him.
Fleming posted up and got the hoop. Fleming was 7.
We ought to run that play right back. Run it right back. Run it dry as long as he can post fence it up down there.
And he does have a good height advantage. Pacers have the deficit down to 13. 3:20 remaining. You get it down to single digits. And a good shot in that fourth quarter. Here's Vincent. To Jordan, the money man. Gray came out to get him. That leaves Cartwright open. Gray blocked his shot. And a foul call.
Not with Ed Rush standing there. He didn't get the block.
And so Gray with his third. There was an official right under the hoop who didn't call it. Ed Rush called it from the sideline.
You know, it's important for a ball club like the Chicago, Billy, to have a lot of good outside shooters. Because Michael gets double, triple teamed so much that they have to hit from outside to be effective.
Pacers go to the bench. Herb Williams gets a breather, and Wayman Tisdale comes in for Indiana. Cartwright with a pair of foul shots. He's 3 for 4 tonight. Now at 22, that ties his season high.
We didn't figure him in the equation to do what he's doing. He could have a big ball game. He could end up with over 30.
Yeah, he could. This is the type of night where he really has it rolling, and the Pacers have just been unable to stop him. And, of course, the absence of Rick Smits with foul trouble early in the ball game may have contributed to that. Jordan tried for the steal, saved it to Paxson. Wow! And the fans over there cushion his blow. He's not even coming up the floor.
I know what he's going to do. He's going to hang around down here. No, he says, well, I'll go on down the floor.
He's still not in the flow. He wanted to talk to the fan for a moment. And off of the glass goes Pippen. The Bulls did that 4 on 5. Pippen with 8.
Greg, you can't take the ball out of bounds and turn around and throw a blind pass. You got to see where that defense is.
Loose ball foul on Vern Fleming. That's his
There's Michael on the steal. Now he goes way up in the stands.
And then he takes a moment to say, gee, I'm sorry, I messed up your drink.
Look at the guy patting him on the back.
Well, that's good sportsmanship for you. 2:33 timeout on the floor. Brian, I tell you, Pacers need to find somebody who can get it rolling here. It looks like they had it down nearly to single figures, but Brian, back in our studios, that's as close as they could get.
Things do not look good, Bill Hazen. Thank you, Clark. Your impressions?
Slick, have you seen fatigue be a factor with Chuck Person or Stuart Gray? Both of those guys missed the last game and are just coming back from the flu.
Really, Clark, I think that Chuck has been the highlight tonight. Really, I mean, coming off of an illness, but overall, we're just. We're just not, we don't have the zing, the movement, and that second quarter really was the one that paralyzed us.
Well, that's one of the reasons I asked that, simply because Chuck was not a factor in that second quarter.
Yeah, indeed, he went pretty dry. He didn't score in that second quarter at all, Clark, and in that quarter, Chicago ran off 31 points, and the Pacers could manage only 15, and you can't go a quarter in a place like this, as you well know, Clark, you can't go a quarter like that and
anywhere.
Yeah, really, especially here.
All right, well, the Pacers are not a come-from-behind team. They are 1-11 in games where they've trailed after 3 quarters. So gentlemen, do something about that.
You would say that. That's not a very good omen, is it, Slade? Not very good.
Well, we're going to have to do something here. Close this thing down so we can go into that fourth quarter with a chance to win the ball game.
Look at this right now. The Indiana centers compared to Bill Cartwright. And, a 14-point difference in Chicago's favor.
See, the one thing you don't want to see is that bottom line. That's his season high.
Well, and he's right there.
And it's not over yet.
You're right. We're not even through the third quarter. 2:33 remaining. Dave Corzine.
There he is.
Seeing his first action for the Bulls, and I'm surprised to see him this late. We have to keep in mind that Corzine gives you that high post look and is very good, has a good solid shot from about 15 feet.
This guy right here, Horace Grant, last year, Clark and I both talked about him. Thought he was really going to really turn into something, but he hasn't shown that this season.
Well, certainly the Bulls thought he would, because they traded Oakley in part on the fact that they thought Grant could fill Oakley's shoes.
He hasn't quite done it.
No, he really hasn't. 82-64, 18 points to lead for Chicago. Tisdale. Vern Fleming. Pacers look like they're in a little motion game here, Slick.
They are.
Skiles, Dryler, everybody moving. Nice feed to Tisdale, and then he missed the shot. Boy, that was a great feed from the high post by Dryler.
Alan Horace Grant is third. Fourth team.
This is Greg on the turnaround. Thought he was going to get a block. Dropped it off real nice to Wayman, and been nice to get a three-point play there.
That's the fourth team foul on Chicago, and Tisdale gets to the line. He'll have a couple here. This is a guy I figured in my mind might have a very big night tonight with the Chicago front line. He's big, strong, powerful inside guy, and yet he hadn't been able to get going. He has only 2 points. And you need more from that.
You need a whole bunch more than that.
Yeah. 3 points for Tisdale. Pacers right now floating between 14, 16, 18 down. They had it down to 13. That's as close as they've been. Paxson. They're resting Michael Jordan. He's out of the ballgame. Paxson, a long one. Oh, boy.
Boy, they've got 2 shooters in that backcourt now with Paxson and Frank Hodges in there.
18 points to lead Skiles. Pacers have to dig into the lead right here if they can before Jordan gets out there. Fleming driving, didn't score. Look at Tisdale in there. Yeah, he got it.
That's the way to go to that forward, Wayman.
5 points. Hodges quickly up the floor. Grant, he'll take that. Nope, Fleming with a rebound. Pacers have to go to work on a 16-point deficit. Tisdale, inside, overshot it. Dazzling got the rebound.
Way to go, Greg. Let's take a run at him right here.
Dazzling now with 5 points in the ball game. And the Pacers are down by 14. They've got it back down to 14 again. Pippen. John Long is on him. Paxson. Pippen driving. And Dazzling just slammed him down. Give him the old body slam treatment.
That's his fourth.
Dazzling with his fourth.
I tell you, I like to see that sometime. I mean, he just said, hey, you're not going to get the ball on the board.
Indeed.
He just really handcuffed him.
Sellers comes back in. Horace Grant out. Yeah.
Well, if you're going to take a foul, you might as well take one.
Oh, he did his job. And Pippen misses a foul shot. That was a smart foul, wasn't it?
It really pays off.
Pippen's not a good foul shooter, and that may be worth keeping in mind in the fourth quarter. He's shooting just about 56% from the foul line. Missed them both. Pacers had the rebound. That may be very important if he's in there when the Pacers are trying to get back against the Bulls.
Got Wayman inside.
And he'll get shots here. Let's see who got it, Corzine or Sellers. And he gave it to Sellers. That's his fourth. And that puts the bonus light on. This is the first time that the Pacers have shot the penalty or had the chance to shoot it with 55 seconds left in the third.
Let's get a deuce here, Wayman.
It's there. Got the first part of it.
Wayman's getting revved up a little bit.
He is indeed. He has a 5-point quarter going. The fans are starting to holler. I wonder what's that is about. 7 points. I think if you could hear them, Pacers with another six straight streak here. I think the fans were hollering a little bit for number 23 to come back in. Foul on John Long. How about that? But that may not be a bad foul again. Pippen is not a good foul shooter.
What's the odds on him missing 2 more in a row?
Well, I don't know. We'll find out. Not very strong, you wouldn't think. But sometimes, you know, you get into a run and you start missing them and you can't put them in no matter what you do.
He's chipping that orange paint off there. That's 3 big chips in it.
Get out your paintbrush. That rim is going to need it.
He can't miss this one, can he?
You're right. He didn't. But I tell you what, 3 out of 4, the Pacers will take that. They got it down to 13. 45 seconds remaining in the quarter. We'll see how quickly the Pacers get a shot here. Maybe they can get a 2 for 1. Would likely think they can.
George wanted to get 2 for 1 right there on that move, and Vern held it a little bit too long.
They still haven't got the shot on. Skiles all the way in there. Passed it off for Dreiling. The ball was lost. Bulls have it. 5-second difference between the clocks. Paxson. Bulls will not be able to hold for a final shot. Doug Collins just signaled at his arm right in the elbow area. Paxson over the sideline. Who hit it?
John Long knocked that one out of bounds.
So 5 seconds on the shot clock, 10 on the game clock. You see the time remaining.
Don't give him a basket here. Don't give him a basket here.
And Pippen will put it in bounds. Corzine, he's a good shooter. That's a howitzer. Didn't get it. Trailing.
Come on, Scotty, you got time. You got time. Go on up with it.
Didn't have that much time.
The third quarter.
Not quite enough. And so the Pacers cut it to 13, but they have a lot of work ahead of them in the fourth quarter here from Chicago Stadium. Through 3, it's the Bulls 85, the Pacers 72 on the Pacers Television Network.
Chicago Stadium. Other games around the NBA, Milwaukee at Atlanta. Sidney Moncrief after the horn with the 3. Don't count it. It would have tied the ball game, but the Hawks hang on 115 to 112. The Lakers at Boston. Ainge hits McHale for the easy hoop. Boston is leading the world champions. Again, Philadelphia, New Jersey. Philly wins 114. Philly leads 114, wins the game 114-106. Dallas wins at the Hornets' Nest 107-98. At the end of the first quarter, Portland is leading Phoenix by 132-31. And getting underway in just a few minutes, Denver will play at the Los Angeles Clippers. We're ready for the fourth quarter of action at the Chicago Stadium, where the Bulls lead the Indiana Pacers 85-72. We've got a long road to come back. Let's go back to the play-by-play men of Bill Hazen and Bobby Leonard.
A lot of wood to chop, Ryan, indeed. And we'll see whether they can get it done. Hey, let's keep an eye on this. Ann Johnson of Indianapolis is tonight's Miller Lite fourth quarter shootout contestant. And she has selected John Long. Let's see if John's out.
John's in the ball game.
Right.
It's a pretty good choice, too.
And if John hits the first Pacer basket of the quarter, then Ann wins a Zenith camcorder. Plus, Ann will receive a Pacer starter jacket for having her card drawn.
Let's get back in this thing now.
All right, some work to do.
Here's John.
Driving. Didn't get it. Rebound fought for. Pacers got it back. And it was scored by
Tisdale.
Tisdale. If he gets going, that'll help the Pacers a lot. He had a 6-point third quarter. And John tried. Sorry about that, Ann. Gave it a good effort. Maybe another night. Had the shot. Couldn't get it down. Rick Smith's off of the Pacers. Sellers. Down low, Jordan to Corzine. He missed it from point blank. And the Pacers could cut it down to single digits with a basket. Long driving, didn't get it. Sellers
Here's trouble. Here's trouble right here.
Capital T. Jordan, he'll just take it.
Michael Jordan.
Boy, what a shot he has. He's a much better shooter than he was his rookie year, I'll tell you that. And it's back up to 13. The Pacers had it down to 11. Riley. Tisdale.
Hit it,
Miller.
Reggie.
Didn't get it. Rebound. Hodges came out of there with it.
Here he is again.
Here are the Bulls and their money man, Michael Jordan, who can do so much. As long as they have him, they're going to be a challenge in the NBA. They can beat anybody on any given night if this guy is going.
Oh, boy, he's got Wayman on him.
To the baseline. Nearly got that. Pacers have it back. Pushing it hard, Skiles. John Long. Reggie Miller. They swing it. Tisdale. And foul from Jordan trying to stop it to Miller. They had a nice little dive down in there.
Michael Jordan.
And Jordan picks up personal number 3. First team foul of the fourth quarter. Rick Smits comes into the ball game. Now you have Smits back in there. What does that mean for the Pacers?
Well, it means that this is his best quarter.
Missed it. Sellers.
It has been his best quarter, the third.
They tried to go right to him. Michael Jordan. 2 minutes old here in the fourth quarter. Jordan. Excellent. He walked with the ball. So the Pacers get a little break there and see if they can capitalize on it, if they can get it down to 11 again. A lot of wood to chop and not a lot of time to do it. Enough time. It's going to have to be a point a minute. Got to shave off a point a minute. Smits. Tisdale goes up.
He hit it.
Wayman Tisdale.
Wayman Tisdale with 11. He has both Pacer baskets here in the fourth quarter. And it's 87-76. Can the Pacers make a run? Especially with number 23 out there. Miller is on it. Paxson, 8 to shoot. Hodges, Corzine. Didn't get it. Ball was loose. Tisdale got it. The Pacers can cut it to single digits. Skiles driving, takes it all the way. No, Smits tried to bang the boards. Skiles took a tough ball. Play on, they say. Hodges.
Another dividend. Another dividend. That's 3 3-pointers tonight for him.
And Hodges with 9. 90-76. And the Pacers have to take a timeout. They burned one with 6:58 remaining in regulation time. It's the Bulls 90 and the Pacers 76. Pacers and the Bulls here as we are back courtside. And take a look at Mr. Hodges right here. He's done a nice job. You mentioned Slick. He's come right in. Product of Long Beach State, and boy, Long is the right description for his jump shots tonight.
He flew in from a 80-degree temperature into 0.
He brought that heat along with him,
and
didn't
brought the heat with him.
Fleming. Pacers, a lot of movement away from the ball here. Persons trying to spin down. Ball came loose, and the Bulls have it back. Well, the turnovers at this stage of the game, you just can't afford it. Jackson's open. Nope, Smits with a rebound. Pacers will kick it out. Fleming. Miller. Pacers reverse it. Fleming from the far side. Didn't get it. And Miller tried to keep it alive. Paxson came up with the ball. Up the floor. Little drive in the middle. Smits tried to block it on Hodges and forced him to adjust his shot, and the Pacers get it back. They can still cut it to 12 here. Miller.
It's good if it goes.
Oh, my. And there will be 2 shots. And a chance for a 3-point play.
Alan John
And Paxson picks it up.
First, team
Number
second.
1 for him, second team foul. Reggie Miller to the foul line with 14 on the night. He's stuck 3 straight. Played for Walt Hazzard at UCLA. Oh, and he missed it. Well, when things aren't going right, Pacers shot just 46% against Charlotte. Interestingly enough, they forced only 11 turnovers against Charlotte. Charlotte played an almost error-free ball game.
That hurt.
Them both.
Reg. We needed those, pal.
Paxson. Jordan looking for the entry to Cartwright. That's that inside-outside game. That's a tough spot for Chuck Person there. Tough spot as he tried to double the ball, and Jordan missed the three-pointer. Interesting, they have Person now guarding Jordan. Smith's with a miss. Sellers rips it off.
Well, Rick's jump shot's on vacation tonight, too.
Michael Jordan, Person couldn't pick him up. He got caught on a pick. And the Pacers dodged that one. Tisdale spinning, driving. Foul on Jordan. Holy mackerel. He took Tisdale out. Let's see if they count the basket. It was pinned against the board.
Jordan, his fourth.
Here's Wayman, a big reverse move going in on the lane on a fast break.
Tisdale will shoot two. Sam Vincent.
Got hammered.
Horace Grant.
Nice reverse move.
Jordan's fourth, team's third. And that puts Wayman Tisdale on the foul line with 11. So Tiz has run off 5 straight without a miss from there.
We're going to get on the line. We got to hit the free throws.
7.5 minutes left. There's still time. Got it. 12 points for Tisdale. In a college game, you might be looking at a situation and saying like this, well, I don't know. You're down 13 with only 7.5, but in the NBA, that can be made up.
Well, Reggie missed 2 there, Billy. See, now we'd only been down 10 points.
Yep.
10 points with 7:28 to play is nothing.
And it's still only a dozen. Sellers.
Plenty of time. We got to do it now at the defensive end. We got to start making some things happen.
They lob it inside for Cartwright. They try to double team him. He spins over the middle. Ball game loose. Sellers got it with 6 seconds left. Over the backboard, out of bounds, and Indiana gets it back. So the Pacers go to work. They can get it to 10 here on this possession if they score. Fleming. Reggie Miller. Jordan plays him a little loosely. Fleming. Rick Smits. Tisdale. Oh, the Pacers are moving without the ball right now. 8 to shoot. Person, he'll take it.
Hit it, Chuck.
Hit the back rim. Tisdale knocked it out. The Pacers have another chance.
Boom it,
Reggie
baby.
for 3.
Boom. He got it. Boom, baby. We need those kinds.
Oh, you better believe it.
See, we've gone to motion offense, which has got everybody moving. And that's what we really needed.
9 down. This is the closest the Pacers have been. Downstairs. Cartwright, the ball came loose. Look at him dive for it. Tisdale, tie ball. They'll jump it up.
First down.
And George Irvin kneeling right next to us really applauded that. A lot of hustle. He knows his players are focused in down, working very hard. It is so tough to come back. But the Pacers are climbing the mountain. They have it down to 9. Will they have enough time? 6:23. Tisdale, these are 2 leapers right here. Tisdale and Jordan. Pacers got it. Fleming. They can cut it to 7 with a basket.
Basket here puts us back in it.
Really does. Miller.
Let's get that motion going.
Miller pops out. Driving on Jordan. Ball nearly stripped away. It was stripped away. Jordan got a quick hand, and there's Miller tried to go up for the shot. Vincent knocks it down. Sam Vincent has 6. And that lead back up to 9. And now it's, or 11 rather, 92-81. Person. Reggie Miller, he'll take that.
Go ahead, Reg, turn it loose out there when you get those wide open jumpers. He's hesitating.
19 points for Reggie Miller, and it's back down to 9 again. Michael Jordan, they're looking to try to lob it in for Cartwright. They'll reverse it. Vincent. Jordan comes across.
Moving pick by Cartwright.
Indeed. Good eye, Slick. That's number 3 on Cartwright.
His third.
That is number 3 on him, and no team foul on him.
Watch his pick. Watch his pick.
Williams.
Put on him. Moved on him.
Herb Williams comes back in. Person and Tisdale, or no, Tisdale to the bench as Herb Williams is back in. The substitution does what here now, Slick? What can they do with Williams?
Well, they've still got Smits. I mean, obviously they're going to post Herbie too.
So Indiana goes to work. They're not out of this ball game yet. Person driving through the foul. He'll have a chance at the line.
Foul on
Sellers
Sellers
gets his fifth. Team's fourth. So the Pacers are close to getting in the bonus. Pacers have a 17-8 run going right now.
Now he's in the hole, Chuck.
Chuck Person can cut it down to 7 if he gets them both.
Well, we're not hitting those critical free throws. Got to hit the free throw.
Pacers on the quarter of 2 are 2 of 6 as a team. Or 2 of 5. This is number 6 right here. 2 of 5 for the team. Got it. 16 points now for Chuck Person. And the Pacers have it down to 8. Vincent. Let's see. Wait a minute. Timeout call. Chicago takes it. They burn their fourth. And we'll pause. 5:09 remaining in the ball game. The Indiana Pacers. Hey, you have some holiday shopping left to do. We'll tell you where to get it done. The Pacer gift shops. During tomorrow's Pacer Nets game, Pacers dorm hoops are 20% off or save $7 on Pacer cotton sheeting shirts. The Pacers gift shops are open at all home games at Market Square. So hope you will get out and check it out. Bulls back on the attack now. They lead it by 8, 92 to 84. The Pacers have shaved 11 points off of what was once a 19-point lead. Over the sideline.
Kind of a cheap foul right there, Mr. Rushcroft.
Reggie Miller, it's his first.
That's his first. And the first of the fourth quarter. The Pacers do have fouls to surrender, but it does recycle the 24-second clock.
Watch this. This is a little hand foul. Look at this. Now, I didn't see that foul.
Yeah, I didn't either. And it didn't seem to be very evident in the replay. Miller with Jordan on him. Cartwright gives Jordan his dribble back. You see those two players.
Oh, boy.
Who's it on this time? Stuart Gray?
Foul is on Stuart Gray. That's his fourth.
Let's see this foul now. Well, he gave it a little bit in the back, but see, that's the thing about being a superstar. Sometimes you get a few favors done for you by the guys with stripes.
Vincent didn't get it, and Pacers go up there for the rebound, tipped out of bounds. Pacers have it back, and they can get it down to 6 with 4:35 left. They're still hanging in there.
They can get it to 5 if they can get a three-pointer.
You're an optimist, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, you gotta go for it.
One thing about Slick, folks, that glass is always half full, never half empty. Good for you.
Go on, Reggie. Do something with it, pal.
Downstairs, Herb Williams. Down to Stuart Gray. 5 to shoot. He'll take it. Didn't get it. Miller tipped it. Gray with the rebound.
Nice going, Stuart. Nice going, Stuart.
Stuart Gray with 8 points. 92-86. The Pacers have it down to 6.
The home folks are getting a little edgy. This guy, though.
Jordan in the hoop. Didn't get it. Jordan a tip. No. Foul in there.
Oh,
who's it on?
Man, we can't get a bounce.
Who's called the foul?
I think Vern Fleming they gave it to. How about the Bull? Boy, they've gone dry.
They have really gone dry. They're having the kind of quarter the last 6, 7, 8 minutes like we had back in the second.
Well, the Pacers are cognizant of that. They got to know that they've got a chance to get back in it. Jordan right back to Grant. Vincent down low for Cartwright. Gray stole the ball. Fleming keeps it in bounds. The Pacers have it back.
Come on with it.
Here they come. With it. Miller across the timeline. The Pacers have to know that right now they have it going.
Don't start patty caking it now. Let's play.
Vern Fleming. Pacers could cut it to 4 with a basket. Stuart Gray. 8 seconds left. Vern Fleming. Didn't get it. Cartwright with a rebound.
Shot.
Boy, the Pacers just climbing the ladder. They needed that one with 3.5 minutes left. Vincent on the drive. He lost the ball. The Pacers have it back. And another chance to cut it to 4. This game is not over. Not by a long shot. We have one going right here.
Let's get the ball up the floor. George wants to get into it. Let's get into that motion.
Miller off the screen. Boy, and Jordan got there late. Chuck Person. He'll take the shot. Didn't get it. Jordan with the rebound. Pacers, I don't know if they got the shot they wanted right there.
Well, there's no bad shots in basketball. The only bad shots are the ones that you miss. Jordan, like that guy right there.
That was a good shot right there. Jordan with 24.
A missed shot is the only bad shot.
Under 3 minutes, Fleming.
Hit him with 3, Reggie.
Person. Gets a return feed from Fleming. Driving in there. And he will go to the foul line. Sellers really hammered him, and they gave it to Sellers, and he's done. He's done. He's fouled out at 2:35. And he will finish with 10 points on the night, which is a point below his average.
They might come with Craig Hodges here. No, they'll come with Scottie Pippen.
Well, Pippen is an outstanding athlete. Whether he can learn what's needed to be a solid basketball player is another thing, but we know he has athletic ability. I see Tisdale coming in for Herb Williams. Tisdale was pretty hot there.
I don't know if Herb could play. I think Herb could probably play Cartwright. Will give us a little more scoring in there.
And Person has 17.
What? Wait.
Boy, if the Pacers had just hit their earlier foul shots this quarter. But Indiana's a good foul shooting team.
Still a wide open ball game.
18 points indeed. 94-88. Chicago. 2.5 minutes. You see the time. Vincent.
It's time to make that big defensive play.
Michael Jordan inside for Cartwright. Goes up for it. Didn't get it. Pacers have it. Tisdale. They can cut it to 6 again.
Cut it
to 4. Excuse me. Miller. Yeah, we don't want to make this any harder than it is.
Here's Reggie for 3. Baby! That's what we were waiting on.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's a three-pointer.
Well, the Pacers still haven't gotten their first road victory. They'd love to get it here tonight. A minute 55 left. Fleming trying for the steal, out of bounds. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Reggie Miller.
Everybody in the place knows who the ball's going to right now. And there he is, number 20, get it back some way.
You see that long bomb by Miller tossed in there. Zoom.
Clear, he's a monster.
Jordan shot it, went over the backboard. It went over the backboard, and the Pacers get the ball back with a chance to cut it to 1.
Michael shot a knuckleball up there.
And if I can paraphrase you, Slick, they could tie the ball game if they knock down a three-pointer right here. Vern Fleming. He'll take the shot.
It's a one-point ball game.
Oh, the Pacers have come all the way back from 19 down.
Timeout. Chicago got to go with a timeout here.
And they finally take it. Chicago uses one of its remaining 3 timeouts. Minute 27 remaining in the ball game, and how about that score? The Pacers trail it by 1. Bill Hazen back with Bobby Leonard. The fans have come to their feet, and you see how Indiana has gotten back into this ball game. Pacers, boy, what an incredible run they have had. At one time, the Pacers were down by 19, and they've come all the way back.
Give it to number 23, and let's see what he does with it.
Miller is guarding him.
Give it to number 23. Here he is. Here he is.
Driving to the hoop. Foul. They have to earn him from the line. Chuck Person took him out. Boy, I tell you, they can always go to him and just play simple isolation basketball. This is not smart basketball. It's nice and simple. You know where it's going. We know what's going to happen.
You know, it's really something for a guy to be that great. Everybody in the place knows where the ball's going. And he makes something happen every time.
Jordan with 25. Reggie Miller has played against him tonight, has scored 22 for the Pacers.
Craig Hodges is coming in the ball game. Because what they're going to do now is go to Jordan all the time, and if we double and triple, he'll be looking for Hodges for that three-pointer.
And now the Pacers are 3 points away from tie.
We can tie it.
Jordan with 26, 96-93, minute 11.
Got to score on this possession. Got to score right here.
Fleming. They have Pippen guarding Reggie Miller to get a bigger player out there. Person. He's covered by Michael Jordan. Person takes him into the lane. Jordan blocked his shot.
Here he goes.
Jordan blocked his shot, and Fleming fouled him. That could be the turning point in the game. George Irvin wanted a foul on it. So did Person.
Here it is, Chuck with Michael. Look at Michael. You just really, at the end of a ball game, when you're coming down to the wire like this, you don't want to go against a guy like that, because that's when he'll make the big play.
Well, he just made it. He knocked in 2 foul shots, then goes right down and blocks a shot. That's what I mean about a guy like that who can erase a lot of mistakes.
Oh, boy.
27 points. That's a great weapon to have. You don't see too many shot blocking guards in basketball, but this is one of them.
He does it all.
28 points. Now Jordan with 28 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. Another day at the ranch, and the Pacers are down by 5 here, and they have to burn a timeout. So the Pacers will have 1 timeout remaining. It is a full timeout with 54 seconds left. And Brian, right now the Pacers look as if they're going to need maybe another one of those boom babies to get right back in here, buddy.
All right, we've got a good ball game taking place in Chicago. We've got another final to pass along. Boston has beaten the Lakers, and we've got highlights. 110-96, the final score. The shot blocked by Parrish. A.C. Green with the follow. Magic Johnson with the lay-in. He had a 31 points to lead all scorers. Reggie Lewis, good ball game for Boston. Gets the hoop and the foul. He had 24. Dennis Johnson knocks it down, the long-range jumper. Celtics win 110-96. The Lakers have now lost 2 straight games. Ainge with 25, Magic with 31 to lead their respective teams. Now let's go back and hope for a comeback in Chicago. Bill Hazen and Bobby Leonard.
Well, it's a big win right there. The Lakers, anytime you can beat them, you've done a great, great job. Indiana 5 points away from Chicago. All right, who's the go-to guy now for a basket selection? Who would you like to see taking it for you?
Well, the way the ball game is going, I don't mind seeing Reggie. You know, he's got kind of a hot hand if he ends up with it. The thing is, I'm not going to try to beat Michael Jordan one-on-one. I'm not going to do that in this situation because this, you know, he's one of the top guys in the league in steals. He's got great jumping ability to block shots, and I wouldn't go at him. I think I'd pick somebody else out to try to nail to the wall.
And they had a situation where Reggie Miller was being guarded by Pippen, so really they had almost an ideal situation to take advantage of it. As you take a look at the three-point shooting, boy, we had some bombs dropped in tonight. Miller has all 3 for the Pacers, and Hodges, I think, has all 3 for Chicago. How about that?
Well, there's no question. There's no question right now we have got to score. We've got to score.
Tisdale will take the ball out of bounds for Indiana. He just came back in.
We've got to score here.
Williams will line up on the block on the near side. He's just out of your camera view. He's right downstairs on the block on the near side of the floor, but you know he won't end up there. There's the clock. Fleming pops out. Williams.
Go get it. Somebody go get it.
Miller's being covered by George. Thought about a shot.
See, they went against Michael.
Tried to put it up, didn't get it. Cartwright has the rebound. Pacers needed a basket there, didn't get it. A breakout, Pippen. And now they'll just try to seal it away if they can. And Person takes the foul. But they may have fouled the right guy. Pippen is in there. And Person with his 4th. Penalty in effect. Pair of shots for Scottie Pippen right here. And Pippen on the night has missed 4 of 5. Wouldn't you know it? 10 points as he knocks down a big one. That makes it a 6-point ball game, and the chances for the Pacers evaporated somewhat, and really evaporated right there. Now the Pacers need 3 scores. Must get 3 scores in order to have a chance of pulling it out as the Pacers go up by 7. Timeout, 22nd taken by the Pacers here. They have 1 timeout remaining where they can try to set their defense. Well, the Pacers got it close. They got it all the way back to 1. We've seen this, you know, in every one of our telecasts this year. They have played tight. They've gotten to the point where they've gotten to the summit and then not been able to get over it. It's a tough thing to see. When you see it, you know that the basketball team potentially is a very, very good team. But there comes that point, Slick, where you've got to have that killer put-away mentality that we're going over the top and nobody is going to stop us.
Well, the game's 48 minutes long, and you got to put 48 out there on the floor. And when it comes down to this point in the ball game, you're 1 down, 1 up. You've got to hit the big shots.
Fleming, double teaming. They're trying to put pressure on the ball so that it isn't easy for the Pacers to get it across. Williams dribbles it over to Miller. Chuck Person. Back out to Miller. Under heavy pressure, shoots it, didn't get it. Ball tipped over the sideline. Out of bounds to Chicago.
The lights just went out.
Indeed.
Chicago Stadium.
Even though they're on, they're off for the Indiana Pacers.
They're off.
Jordan brings it across. The Bulls are going to win this ball game and go over 500. The Pacers will fall to 11 under 500. as the Bulls just simply click off the closing seconds here. There's nothing the Pacers can do.
Look at this. Michael shot it from half court.
Jordan didn't get it. 1 second left, and the game is over. And the Chicago fans will go home happy as the Bulls hit the century mark in a 100-93 victory over the Indiana Pacers. We'll be coming back for a wrap-up of the ball game right here on the Pacers Television Network. Well, we are back here at Chicago Stadium. The Pacers outscored the Chicago Bulls in the fourth quarter, 21-15, but they had dug just a little bit too deep of a hole, and so they lose this ball game tonight. Reggie Miller, as it turned out, was the tonight's Miller Lite All-Star Player of the game. He did a nice job, 22 points, including 3 home run balls, and he finished with the total of 4 rebounds to go along with that. So Miller Lite is making a $100 donation to the Pacers Charity Stripe Foundation on behalf of tonight's Player of the Game. So that's the way it finishes up. The Pacers fall tonight. Man, these are tough to watch. They've been in them. They've been tight ball games. We love bringing them to you right here on the Pacers TV Network. But boy, we sure would like to bring you one where they get over the mountaintop.
Well, you know, we got it down to 1, and we needed a big hoop so bad we didn't get it. Let's face it. And then Michael tore us up like he does a lot of ball clubs down at the end. That's a ball game.
And actually, the Pacers probably, in balance, did a pretty good job on Michael. We'll take a look at the official scoring here on tonight's game, and you'll see right away that they held Michael below his 35-point average. So the Pacers did a pretty good job on him, really. Miller, who finished with 22, led the Pacer attack. Person with 18, Williams with 14. As you see, the rest of the Pacers scoring. And then Chicago, of course, paced by Jordan with 28, and then Cartwright with a season high, and that certainly was a big factor here tonight. Once again, we had one of these situations, Slick, where the front court reared its ugly head.
Well, it did, and Cartwright had a big night. We had our chances. We've had our chances. The 3 games that we've done on the road this year, we've had chances in every one of them, but when it comes down to what they call cutting time or the nitty-gritty or whatever you want to call it, we haven't been able to get it done. Yeah, indeed. Well, Brian, that's it. I don't know if you guys have any magical solutions back there. We're scratching our heads looking for a few here. It was just one of those nights.
Slick, let me ask you this. How frustrating is it for George Irvin and the ball club? They really have played well on the road lately, but they just can't get over the hump. They're 0-10 this year on the road. Well, it's very frustrating. There's no question about that. And they've been in the ball games. They've had their chances, but, you got to make the big plays. In this league, when you go to the wire, you have got to make the big plays to pull a win out on the road.
That's where you like to look over a guy. For so many years for the Pacers, Clark Kellogg was the guy who, of course, made those big shots, many of them for the Pacers. I know, Clark, you see a ball game like this, it'd be a little bit frustrating. And have any ideas of what it takes to get that little extra to get over the hump?
Well, I tell you what, Bill, it's a situation, and Slick has talked about it just in the last minute and a half. When it comes down to the last 2 or 3 minutes of a ball game, when you've made a run at a team, you have to get yourself over the hump. The Pacers had numerous opportunities to make a shot, to lead, or to close the gap. And when it came right down to it, they just weren't able to. And I don't know where you go for that. It has to happen on the floor. It has to happen between the lines. Somebody has to come up with the right play. Vern got an excellent shot opportunity late in the game. Just didn't go down for him. Somebody just has to make those shots on a consistent basis. Otherwise, you're going to continue to lose close games.
Clark, let me ask you this. Does it ever get to a point where the players say, wow, we're 0-10 on the road, we're going on the road again? Do you just kind of dread going on the road when you can't win out there?
Well, always on the road, the home team is going to play at the top of their game. So you have to play that much better when you're on the road in order to have a chance to win. And when opportunities come, you have to be ready to seize those opportunities. And so far, as the Pacers record indicates, they just haven't been able to seize that opportunity. The game is always going to come back to you, I think, on the road. And that showed itself again tonight. But unfortunately, the Pacers weren't able to come up with the big plays.
All right, we'll come back with more on our post-game show right after this on the Indiana Pacers Television Network. .193 is our final score. The Chicago Bulls knock off the Indiana Pacers. The Pacers fall to 5-16 on the year. More telling, 0-10 on the road. Other scores around the NBA, Boston has knocked off the Lakers. That's 2 straight losses for Los Angeles, 110-96 the final score. Magic had 31 in a losing cause. Danny Ainge led the Celtics with 25, Reggie Lewis with 24. Philadelphia knocks off New Jersey on the road, 114-106. Of course, New Jersey will be at Market Square Arena tomorrow night to face the Pacers. Dallas wins in the Hornets' nest down in Charlotte, 107-98 the final there. Atlanta by 3 over Milwaukee, 115-112. And it's halftime at Phoenix, and the Phoenix leads Portland 66-62. Clark, as you look at the Pacers' schedule just in the near future, it doesn't look any easier. They've got New Jersey at home tomorrow night. Then they go on the road to New York, to Atlanta, to Milwaukee, and to New Jersey. It's not pretty.
It's not pretty. This is the NBA, and certainly coming off a tough loss like the loss tonight in Chicago isn't going to make it any easier, but the Pacers have to get ready to play again tomorrow night against a team that is having problems on the road, the New Jersey Nets, a team, although they're struggling on the road, could give the Pacers problems. The Pacers have to put together consistent basketball for 48 minutes.
Are the playoffs now a pipe dream?
I would have ventured to say so. Certainly with the length of the season, you don't want to ever give up because anything can happen. I think what's important now for the Pacers to do naturally is to concentrate on each game and try to raise their level of play on a consistent basis, simply because they dug themselves a hole tonight, were able to get close, but weren't able to get over the hump, and that's too often been the story this year.
Clark, thanks a lot for being here. You've got a lot of ventures in broadcasting. Best of luck.
Thanks, Brian.
193 is our final score again here tonight. The Chicago Bulls knock off the Indiana Pacers. Tomorrow night, the Pacers will be at home against New Jersey. Our next television game will be December 27th against the Milwaukee Bucks. For Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Hammonds. Good night, everyone.
Pacers basketball has been brought to you by the Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Indianapolis. Coke, you can't beat the feeling. By Marsh Supermarkets. At Marsh, we value you. By Miller Genuine Draft. Cold filtered for real draft taste. It's as real as it gets.